Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Cryptoware. Welcome to day 2 of alternate days RE challenge. In this challenge, we are actually solving one crack me challenge each alternate days for few weeks. We'll try to follow that, and along with me you will also be solving this challenge, and you will try to follow the steps or the approach that I have followed over here, and you can try to replicate the same at your end and see if you're able to solve the challenge or not. At this point, we are not focused on understanding each and everything, but we are more focused on solving the challenge. We are not getting into the nitty gritty details of everything, but we need to understand at least the gist of how we are solving this. And the range of these challenges are from very easy to slightly tricky. We are not getting into the very much difficult part until and unless we actually talk about them or we are able to solve these basic challenges in a simpler way. And this is completely for beginners. For experienced people, this may not be very helpful, not at all impressive as well. This is completely for those who are new to reverse engineering, who want to learn reverse engineering. And yeah, so let's get started. So this time the challenge is this crackme.password.exe. I'll share all the details regarding this challenge in the description below. You can check that out. And we'll just start with understanding how the challenge functions. What happens? So here you can see nothing is mentioned. Let's see if it is taking anything as input. And yes, it's not asking for provide a password or provide a license. It is not asking for anything. It has just given an input field, and based on that it is giving some kind of response. So I'm assuming since the password is wrong, oh no is the uh, output message whenever there's a wrong password, but we don't know what will be the output if we put the right password. So, few things first, we will see that whether it is 32-bit or 64. And in the previous video, in the previous session, we opened the challenge in Ghidra. This time we will run it directly in X32 debugger or X64 because it is 64-bit, and we don't need to get into all the details. We are not going to do that. We can check the strings, but never mind. We'll do that over here. So it's 64-bit. I'll open it here. So okay. So yes. Now few things that we will check as we always do. We'll search for some strings if they are visible. So we'll search for all user modules, and we'll look for string references. And since this is a very small program, it is not taking a lot of time. So we see that it has some strings, and these two are the interesting strings. A toggle breakpoint. Now, oh no is the one which is the response when you put a wrong password. But this crack me, is it given after the right response or this is the password? We can actually check that out. And the challenge is not very difficult, so I am not even assuming that if that is the one, but we will see that if this is the password or not. We'll just check, and no, this is not the password, so this is most probably the output or the response after putting the right password. So we need to look for the correct password here. So we have put two breakpoints right now, and we'll just click on run. Did anything happen? Yes, let's see. I'll put shrew over here, put enter, and okay. It directly takes us to oh no. So now what we are going to do is, since it is asking for password, most of these RE challenges that we are solving, they are going to test the password or the license against the correct one. So testing them against the correct one may either involve hard-coded passwords or hard-coded license keys, or dynamically generated, or using some other sort of algorithm. For example, in the previous video, we did see that there were few conditions that were required to be satisfied, and the password was not hard coded. So there were multiple passwords. Those passwords must meet some conditions. In this case, we will figure out what is the case, and if we can also see if it is looking for the length of the password or something of that sort. So here you can see that it is giving oh no. That means above this there should be some comparison. Here you can see that crack me is already mentioned. So before that there has to be some comparison. One comparison is this, which is like it is comparing this against A, which is okay, fine. A is 10 as far as I know, but we can always calculate. So when sometimes we are stressed during giving exams, even we look for the confirmation whether 2 plus 2 is 4 or not. Yes, it is 10. So that's what I'm doing. Never mind. So let's see what is this 10. There are some other calls. Let's see, this is the jump, this is the oh no. Before that, we'll check some other calls also. We'll put breakpoints in those calls also. There is another comparison. Let's just see. So this is the crack me. Here we can actually bypass this also, but we are not going to do that. We'll find the password over here. Jump not equal to. So if answer is not equal to, it is going to oh no. The comparison is here. So most probably the comparison is happening over here. So it is looking for the comparison is between. So let's see what is this. The input D word pointer, this RSP, what is in here? And what is it comparing against? It is comparing against 10, but we need to see that what is happening here. So let's restart, and we'll go to entry point. You can do one step at a time also. There's no problem with that. So here is the crack me. Okay, we can still not put any input over here. No problem. Do we need to get inside? We can. We can see what is this mostly. Okay, this is not much important. We can directly continue. Okay, this is also doing some check. Okay, here it is. We can put a breakpoint over here also if required. And here is the comparison that is happening. So let's see what is there in RSP. And there is RDX is having this S, which is the first password. Sorry, first letter of the password. So we'll just do step into, and it's not equal to. It is looking for S against A. Okay. A means A is hex, so it's 10 over here. So it is not actually counting the length of the password anywhere. Otherwise, it would have been 4, and A is 10 in hex. And somewhere I'm feeling that is the password really 10? Let's see. We can directly see it over here. Let me just write 10. And okay, so the password is 10. It was pretty straightforward. Let's redo everything and understand what is happening at this point. So it stops over here. So we'll put our password. This time we'll put we'll put 10 and click on enter. And let's understand the comparison. This is not the comparison which we are looking for. How do I know that? Because let me just, huh. So if you look at this jump not equal to, you will see that here a comparison is happening. And if it is not equal to, it is jumping to this, which is, oh no, mostly. Why can't I see this? Let's do one step at a time. Let's check this comparison. Here you can see RCX is D. Just run. Yes, here we are. Let's see, RSP is here. Okay. And here you can see that jump not equal to, so it is not going to jump. Here is oh no, which I wanted to show. I missed it at that time. Let me just, yes, let me re-show you the calculation that is happening. So here, this is the jump not equal to. This is the output which is given when you put the right password, and this is the output which is given when you give the wrong password. What we need to look for? Sometimes we do not look for each and everything. So here we needed to look for comparison. And to be honest, in majority of the in challenges that we are going to solve, we'll look for the compare function only to understand what is the comparison happening, where is the comparison actually happening, and for what it is happening. Okay, so here you can see that jump not equal to, just above this is compare. So there was no calculation for finding the length of the password. Otherwise, we would have seen something of that sort. But here it only uh, checks the input and sees if it is equal to A which is 10 in hex. And if it is not equal to, then it will jump. Where is it going to jump? Here, which is this oh no. But right now we have already put I mean 10 as the password. So this should be the output that we should get. We can directly continue, and if you want you can check it over here. Let me run it again. Yes. So this is it. This was a very simple challenge as compared to the first one. As I said that the range of the challenges will be from very easy to slightly tricky, but we are going to learn each and everything. We are going to learn the very basic, what to look for example, here we learned about the concept of comparison, how we need to look for the compare function, or how we need to find the difference between the right and the wrong password, what is the output, and based on this we are going to solve a lot more challenges in the upcoming videos. This is just very simple. So thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll come with another video and we'll be solving another RE challenge. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Uh, if there are any suggestions, any ideas that you want me to consider, do let me know in the comments below. So thank you so much. See you in the next video.